Hello and good day. Welcome to the Super Good Camping Podcast. My name is Pamela.
I'm Tim.
And we are from supergoodcamping.com. We're here because we're on a mission to inspire other people to get outside and enjoy camping adventures such as we have as a family. Did you want to shout out some people?
I would love to because we simply don't. So we've had a lot of really cool sort of interactions and come across some decent things recently. So we'll start with Chris from Ripple Effects Paddles, which is ripplefxpaddles.com. I reached out to him. The brief version is we talked to him at the Hamilton show, and I really wanted to try out he's got carbon fiber paddles. It's wicked, crazy light, wicked strength, and so many things, a much smaller paddle size, blade size. Oh yeah, we've got it hanging in the background over here. Bent shaft, so many things. And we've got a trip coming up on the Spanish River in June. And the super short version is he's like, what length and what's your address? So I'm really, really looking, shout out to Chris, because that's just amazingly awesome. And I'm really looking forward to trying it out. And I will definitely do bits about it in our trip reports. Just saying. End of June, we should give you more information. Next one would be Canada By Canoe. So at canadabycanoe.com. I don't know if you remember a few years back, was it just the three lads? I feel like there was more. There was more on that trip. Anyhow, Canoe for COVID was a thing. Some young men went out for about 60 days, did about 2,000 kilometers and raised $87,000 for charity. They're embarking. They literally, man, I think they left yesterday. Don't hold me to it. Three of the gentlemen that were on the Canoe for COVID, they're doing 8,000 kilometers this time, 8,000 plus for their journey, and it's an attempt to break the world record for the longest single season canoe trip and raise $1 million for True North Aid. Look that up. It's a very great, it's a wonderful cause, and they're going to spend about 200 or so days doing that. So that's pushing 7 months, man. I would be very stinky. I'm stinky after like 2 days. So yes, check them out. If you got a couple of bucks to throw their way for the cause that they're running for, I think it's awesome. We actually were trying to get them on the podcast before they were leaving. They had so much prep to do. They eventually just went, we can't squeeze it in. So we're going to shoehorn them in at the back of when they're finished their trip after they've had a really good sleep. Next is Backcountry Canoe Symposium, which happened this past weekend at the Canadian Canoe Museum in Peterborough, Ontario. It was put on by Evan from Traversing. Amazing. Very, very different from most of the shows that we tend to go and see, in the sense that it was all about presentations. There were some vendors there, which we briefly visited, but they had 4 presentations that were just fantastic. I quite enjoyed it. It was great, and always good to see all the folks from the camping community around here. And then after that, Tyler and Cassie from Camp Kitchen put on a food festival out at their place, and we took a bunch of tortillas and slapped. Man, there was like a ground. I don't even know what it was, but it was a ground meat of some type that can often be sausages, but Tyler did it as a loose. Wicked steak, wicked. That's what the theme has been. Wicked steak, very cool rainbow trout, and then all the fixins. Delicate boy here, I'm like cheese, lettuce, and tomatoes after that. But people were putting chimichurri on, all that sort of jazz. So it was. I thought that was a very awesome thing. We got a tour to see their freeze dryers and their whole sort of operation for doing freeze dried meals and stuff. And again, it was fun to just hang with like-minded people. So there's my shout outs.
All right. Well, today I wanted to talk about something that really bugs me about camping.
Oh, come on.
He didn't know.
I didn't know that was coming.
We're going to talk about bugs. When you're camping in Ontario, especially from May to mid-July, you get active black flies, mosquitoes, deer flies, horseflies. So essential protection includes just using some sort of DEET, as much as I don't really like the chemical stuff, or picaridin repellents, wearing light colored or long sleeve clothing, and using mesh or bug nets or jackets. Keeping your tent zipped, utilizing screen shelters, which we have this big dining tent, which has been great.
We also have a Eureka no bug zone for backcountry, much lighter.
And plan to camp outside peak spring bug season, if possible. So if you can work your trip around, we try to go mostly like August
September
to try to avoid the bugs.
Yep. I don't personally care.
Well, yes.
I don't get eaten nearly as much.
I am bug fodder.
Yes. So I take her with me so that if they are inclined to eat anybody, it's going to be her.
Yes. I'm tastier.
There you go. So some of the common Ontario, and I'm sure this plays out in a lot of areas, just the dates may shift slightly. And it's different depending on where you are in Ontario, whether if like the farther north you are, the bug season shifts by, weeks to a month even, that sort of deal. Black flies, we'll start there. Late May to mid-June. They're prevalent near fast-flowing water. They are attracted to dark colors and carbon dioxide. That's what the stuff that you...
Stop breathing.
Don't kiss. or at least plug your nose in your mouth. Wait. Use strong repellent. DEET. Not sponsored, not to anything. The one that works the best for me when Thomas and I are tripping in those seasons and you have the canoe over your head and you can't swat at them, backwoods off by miles, better than anything else I've ever tried. So that's what we use. We do have original bug. Shoot, now I can't remember what the name of it is.
Original bug shirt.
Yeah, that's it. Thomas and I each have those. Thomas also has a net that can go over his hat and whatnot. Yeah, because when they get around your head, they'll make you insane and bite behind your ears and
I find their bites hurt. It's like mosquitoes, they are itchy bites, but I find black fly bites, they take a chunk or something, and it's painful.
All right.
For me. Mosquitoes mid-June to mid-July, which are my nemesis. They're active during dawn and dusk. So honestly, I've not ever found anything that worked particularly well for me. Like it didn't matter if it was DEET or not. Didn't matter if it was like citronella candles or campfires or whatever.
Those coils.
I honestly never found anything that did a whole lot. The Thermacell, we have one of those, and I kind of feel like
I think it puts a dent in them. I think it does. It's not 100%. There's nothing 100% for you. I mean, slather you with all the bad things.
Even that, I just have not really found like the netting or wearing a bug shirt, something like that seems to be a better deterrent. And I would just add to this that like thin clothing, or like, because I tend to prefer to wear tights and stuff all the time. That's not great because they just stick their nose right through that and bite me through it. Thicker, like denser cloth, like canvas or something, is better than something loose or filmy. Like, well, you want to be cool at the same time. It's too thin.
Not cool like me. Cool like temperature
for bugs to bite right through. So it's something like more dense as far as fabric is a better deterrent, I think.
Yeah, no, I agreed. And one thing I noticed, I want to say it was Alex and Jess from Tents and Timber, that they are very pointedly making sure that like cuffs are tight and buttoned up, like on your long sleeve shirt or whatever. Even doing things like tucking your while you won't look cool, tucking your pants into your socks will stop them from going up your pants, which is a good thing to do. Or that turns out to be a bad thing if they do go up there. Deer flies and horseflies, your July into August, when we've done this before, where we have been mid-August camping, and that was the big one was the deer flies and stuff, especially when you got out, whatever it was, Bon Echo, I think, and out on the road. It was crazy.
Yeah. So you're in the site at Bon Echo, it was mosquitoes. And then if you went out onto the road to try to escape them, it was the deer flies and the horse flies.
Yeah. They're biting flies that are not deterred by spray and as easily. Thick clothing, brimmed hats with net, You can there's a sticky trap material. It's called like deer fly defense to the back of a baseball cap. There's also, I don't know what they're called. What the dragonflies on a boingy springy sort of metal rod that you clip onto your hat. Those actually seem to work. So
for deer flies and
for deer flies, they don't keep mosquitoes and stuff away.
Ticks, spring, fall, especially in high grass. Wear long pants tucked into socks. So yeah, look dorky, but you don't get ticks. Use bug spray containing DEET or icaridin, and check your body thoroughly after hiking. So usually, like at least once a day, you want to do a full body check. And for your pets,
I was
too.
just gonna get out of my head.
Yeah.
Yep. No CMs, midges. They're tiny, biting. They're not dissimilar to black flies, but they are. That can pass through standard bug netting because they're itty bitty. Finer mesh screens, finer mesh wraps on you. Smaller holes.
And just like along the line of bugs, I have nothing against, like, I love dragonflies and damselflies, and it's the dickheads that have to come along and bite people that I have the problem with. Like, I couldn't care less about spiders or centipedes. Or,
I don't think that they're specific to biting people. They bite anything that has meat on them.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway, how to deal with bugs. So yeah, clothing, light colored clothing supposedly, but yeah, I've tried these things. So white or beige, so because dark colors seem to attract them more.
Repellents, so picaridin based lotions are effective non-greasy alternatives to DEET. Guys, DEET for me.
Shelter protection, so a screened dining tent, which we have for car camping. And as Tim said, the no bug zone for more lighter backcountry. Yeah. And site selection. This is one where we made a mistake.
We did once.
Avoid setting up tents in deep shade, thick forests, or near calm water breeding grounds, or it's like swampy kind of areas. That's what happened at Bon Echo.
Bon Echo. Yep. I didn't look at that part of the map. Well, no, that looks like a great site. Wow, and it's available.
Yeah, nobody took it.
Okay, now I know why. Natural repellents, citronella candles. I don't know how much they work. I can't speak to that. I've tried them before. I don't think they did anything. Building a campfire, smoke, absolutely. Although it makes your eyes burn but you come home smelling like campfires. Not bad on that.
That's that, and you're breathing smoke.
That too. That's probably not
so good for you. Skincare, avoid perfumed soaps, lotions, and shampoos because they love when you smell pretty. This is just a personal observation. I will say, I kind of wonder, I see a lot of people as patients that have blood sugar regulation issues. So diabetic, pre-diabetic, along those lines. And I almost wonder if when blood sugar levels trend higher, if bugs can't somehow sense that's dessert for them. But those often seem to be the people that comment to me, and it's part of like a form that I have them fill in about whether they seem to attract bugs. Those people seem to be more bug attractants. So I don't know whether they just do. They smell yummy and like dessert, and they can sense it.
Maybe I'm just old and sour, and that's why they don't.
That's what it is. You're salty.
I'm salty.
That's it for my pest peeve today. If you want to talk to us, please do reach out to us anytime. We are at hi@supergoodcamping.com. That's hi@supergoodcamping.com. And we'll talk to you again soon. Bye.
Bye.